Started. So we don't have a proper image for this food details of food, so we'll have to do by ourselves, and I will show the this using this marking, no, this annotation marking. Using that, I will show later. So here on the in the side view we have already we have a diagram showing how the mesh should flow like this. Okay. And in the front view it's not so good, so we will follow the side view only. Now we are going to, before starting, we are going to check whether this angle is okay or not. See, I am using the annotate again and just seeing this one. See here, this slanting angle is there, and here this angle is there. This here also it is there. Okay, come down here. Here it is like this. Here we can have this also, we can say, but it's okay. Let it be like this. We will not complicate it. So same angles. This we should achieve like this, like this, like this, and down also here like this. Okay, fine. Now here one small change is that the a kind of bone protruding bone bulge will be there here, and this side also for the leg will be there, will be little downwards. So this angle will be like this. So like this, huh? So those things we have to keep in mind and we have to model it. So let me rub these annotations. Right. So now I'm going to edge mode and then select this last edge loop, go to right view, and going to extrude this. The feet we are going to do model is going to be bigger than this, what is shown in the diagram. So I'm pressing E and then escape and manually moving it. Oh, sorry. Pressing E and then manually moving it, and transparency. Now I should see where I can accommodate this next edge loop. If I bring it like this, it won't be proper. I think the proportional editing is on, so let me switch it off by pressing O in the keyboard. Right. Now I'm going to keep it almost here, not too near or not too far also. So like this I'm keeping it, and let me see in the front view also. Okay, I'm moving it and keeping it like this. So the problem is, you know that if these lines are coming together, then we cannot, they become merged, they become one point. So we should be careful that these guys are not meeting in this. So we have to little keep it like this only. It's okay. So later we can move completely. From here only we can move it and keep it little far. We can create the in-between space, increase the in-between space. So for now we will just continue it. Now I am going to, I have extruded it, rotate it also. I'm going to rotate it like this a bit, so that we can see that it is a starting of the feet and it's going to expand also, like that the sign is it is showing up. So let me press X, press S and then X, and then slightly expand only in the front viewport, front side, and then go to side viewport. Let me check. Okay, it is fine. Now again extrude it, and here I want to tell you Generally people do it like this from here they will extrude the leg, like how, like this they extrude. But in my case, no, what I am feeling comfortable with the continuity of these lines only. See, like this it should come and then bend and come like this, and this line also like this line also like this. So I am going to do that way only, rather than breaking the flow and uh, changing the direction. So this way also we can do continuous, uh, without breaking also we can extrude and form the shape of the feet, right? So let me fit this one also, and now vertices, keep it here. Slightly I am rotating it, this part. This turning part should always have little more of edge loops, because uh, there is a bend there, and a change of shape is happening there. So we need to load that space, such space with uh, additional edge loops. So that's what we are doing here. And this one, slightly we can rotate it also, like this. Okay, here already duplicated, let me delete it. Okay, because the proportional editing was on, when I applied extrusion and then escape, the duplication happened, but when I moved it, the proportional editing was working, so I couldn't see the separation. So now the extra duplication I deleted it. Now uh, now you can see that when I move it, there is only one edge loop, one edge ring, right? So let me rotate this one in front view, R, and then Y, like this, slightly rotate, right? One second, yeah, it's going on. Right. So this one also, because I rotated this edge ring, this one also I slightly want to rotate it, so that the bones, when we put the bones, when we lay the bones, it will understand that okay, the previous edge ring and the next edge ring are like in the flow. One is like in one angle, another, the next ring is in a different opposite angle, means then it will be uh, difficult for the bone to handle. So slightly I am rotating it. That is making it straight slightly. This one we need not, I think. Okay. So this one also we have to slightly expand. Press S and then X, like this. Press G and then X, slightly like this. Right. So we can see that it is properly adapting to the shape. Like this only we should carefully uh, bring the shape. Right. Now let me select the last one, again extrude it, and this time I am going to nicely rotate it in the x axis like this. So here it will get jammed. It's okay. Huh? It's okay. Even this guy I am going to rotate. This edge loop also I am going to rotate and then keep it here. So, and even in this jammed area we have to maintain the equal spaces in between them. So that we are going to do. So this one we have rotated and we have to stretch it also to adapt the shape. Let me go to vertices and then move it and keep it like this, or X rotated like this. So when these guys are coming here now, here the line should be like this, at least here, or almost similar to this. And here, where this bone comes, from here to here one bone comes, and from here to here a bone comes. So here the line should be straight. That much we should make sure. So from here, slanting, 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 like this it can come, then like this, then completely straight, then straight, straight. From here, the fingers sprouts, like that we are going to do. Right. So this one we have to we have to create equal spaces like this. Um, so this one, let's slightly rotate this so that uh, we have to create the equal spaces between them. Right. Now select the last edge loop and then again press yes, press E, escape, and then G, and adapt to this shape. Now we are going to make a rotation in X like this, slightly more. I think this one also we have to rotate more so that we can accommodate them. Okay. here in the front view we have to expand also. So we should not forget to do that. I'm pressing S and then X and then expanding it a bit. The last one too. So we should take care of this. It should not uh, get connected. Once it gets connected, then we cannot separate them. So we are going to anyway change it completely. We are going to do a small offset from this portion to this portion completely. So before that, let me just finish it. Then we can do that. At once we can do it. So now I'm going to move these, slide these edge loops little above like this, so that I can find some space to accommodate the further copies of edge loops. Like this. Now I'm going to rotate it again like this. This can also. Right. So now we can see from here we have duplicated some 5 edge loops. So to come till here, I think at least some 8 edge loops are needed to gradually make them rotate and then become straight, almost near to straightness. So now again we have to rotate them and adjust. Okay. So just go, let's see it, look it from the back side, how it looks. Okay, these places we will have to adjust. For now we will not touch it. Right now we have to expand it a bit like this and then extrude it and then give more space. The bend is becoming this change of shape part is becoming over. This only this area we have to fill more space so that for when we put the bones it can turn nicely. It won't be when we at the point of articulation from here one bone and here this is one point of articulation. So in this angle or point of articulation, the mesh should not squeeze. So for that, we are copying more uh, edge loops. So now that is becoming over. So we can actually have more space. So let's rotate it nicely as much as possible. And you know very well that the bottom part should be flat actually. So it can come like this. It can almost like parallelly it can set itself. So you can see it is becoming flatter, like this. Right. So let me just slightly lift a bit, and this one and all okay. Let it be like this. Right. Now we are going to move this a bit back, and then adjust it again, and these edges also. So as I told you in the last class, we will be doing three things. One is like extruding edges or faces like that, and then we will take care of the mesh flow, that is creating in between spaces, equal in between spaces as much as possible. Then we will take care of this edges not becoming too zigzag. So these three things we will be trying with every extrusion of edges or faces. So we will have to keep doing that. Uh, Generally, what they do in YouTube videos I've seen is they use this dynamic topo uh, from the sculpt settings, and they just it will make the mesh triangular, and it will multiply also, and it is like adding having more clay, and while doing the clay models using the hand, and you will get more and more clay for doing more and more shapes while doing itself. Like that it will look. So what happens is the mesh becomes too heavy. So that's one thing. And you have to do double work to make it low-res again. So those kind of double work is that here we are making it as low-res only. Then slowly we are making it high-res and doing the details using the multi-resolution. So that way is better I feel, rather than using sculpting from the beginning. Hmm. So wherever we need sculpting, we are definitely going to do it. Right. So this one also we have to, in the front view, we have to see it's okay or not. So it's looking like this. This is not the final. Anyway, we'll be uh, working on the shape once we do till the fingers. Right now, let me extrude it again, and then rotate it. again extruding. Now let's make it straight only, or X straight, and we can apply this S, and then I think it's Y. So make it 0 so that it becomes flat. There is no zigzag in its inside the edge flow, and now we are going to reduce the height of this edge loop. Press S and then Z like this. Right. Press G and then 1. Slightly make it backward. Okay. Let's go to front view and then expand it. Now this is the time. Beyond this I am not going to expand, because once after doing this offset, this from the knee or thigh portion, I have to make this offset slightly. Only then I have to do this. This is a in 2D diagram they do like this. They don't keep the feet. For them it is easy to draw. For that they are keeping the drawing the legs close together. So we can actually move it. Right. So let me go to vertices, transparency mode, X-ray mode, and then rectangular selection. Select it. Now let's switch on the proportional editing, and now proportional editing is on. Now before moving it, let's save it. So save incremental I am doing. Now press G and then X and then moving it, creating slide to here, creating the space between them, increase the proportional editing influencer. Okay, so here we need not move it much, so let's move it here also. Let's not depend completely on here. So what I'm going to do is little rotate also. So from here I want to rotate. For that I'm going to use the 3D cursor. So here I am keeping it and rotating from here. From this place I am going to rotate. From here I am going to rotate to here. So this angle slightly, not this much really, but to show it, I'm just drawing and showing. So let's switch on the transform orientation to 3D cursor. That is transform pivot point to 3D cursor, and then rotate it. Yeah. So now we have enough space between the legs. Now let's expand this, the feet part. Press S and then X, and back to individual origins, then scale it. So again extrude it. Then the upper part should come down. So again I'm going to use the 3D cursor. Keep it here and then orientation to cursor. Now press S and then Z. Scale it like this. Okay. Now extrude it again. Escape and then move it frontwards. So now this leg shown in the diagram we are not going to follow. Only for this turning portion there is this change of shape we were following. So after that we need not follow the diagram for the length of the feet, we need not follow it. So let's do it by ourselves. And again we have to scale it down. So we may be thinking that how lengthy the feet should be. So what I feel is that as long as it is going gradually downwards, to that extent the feet length should be extended. Huh? So then we will see whether it should be scale it down or scale it up. That we will see later. For now, we will go gradually downwards. Then let's see how much the feet is getting extended. Hmm? Now again extrude, and here also we should scale it up. It is in the x-axis, we should scale it slightly. This also. Now extrude it. Scale it down. So for ladies generally, the feet won't be too lengthy. I feel I can stop with this. So after this one, the fingers are going to start. Okay. So till here we have done it. Now uh, let's see it from the top how it looks. That is when we are viewing from the top, the shoulders and other parts are shown. So we have to hide them by going to view, that is in the side tab, go to view, and in the trip start end, in the end we should type 2 or something so that we can see only the legs, not anything else. So we are seeing only the legs. Now let's draw some rotation. The legs should come like this and it should come like this. Like this. Okay. So here the fingers should be, and the fingers should be like I'm seeing my own feet. So it should be slanting only. It is little parabolic in this. So This is the ratio of the fingers, thumb finger and other fingers like this. So let's go to side view and do the same thing. So from here, if we start, so till here, the the what feet portion, or say, let's say the ankle portion, then the fingers start like this. So it comes like this, like this, like this, like small fingers. So like this, right. So here the back portion is already ready, not a problem. So from the top we saw it's like this, then the side is like this. So I feel when you see the overall, when you see it, the leg feet is matching. For the thickness or the fatness of the thighs and the lower part of the leg, the feet is matching, the length of the feet is matching. From the top also we should see, I feel it's okay. Right. Maybe we can scale it down. Later we can scale it down, considering the smallness of the ladies' feet, especially. So for now we'll make it a normal size, man size only. Right. So now to this annotation size, we're trying to fit it. Let's switch on the transparency, and in edge mode we are going to rotate this, but we know that this place should be a little slanting and bit parabolic. For now we'll do the slanting portion and adopt this shape also to this level wherever we have drawn this annotation. So to that shape we have to adapt this mesh vertices. Switch on the vertices first. I think little more we can play with the clip end. Let me type 1 so that even the thighs and the lower part of the legs we don't want to see. To that extent we have to type the value in the clip end, the camera. Okay, I think 0.8 or something. 0.9. Right, so okay. Maximum is 0.9. Right. Now let's select it. Let's select the vertices and then move it. And these vertices also. Enough. Those parts which we are not clear, there is those parts which are not clearly visible, we need not touch it. Whichever is clearly visible and for which we have a clear idea, only those parts, those vertices we should work on. Other parts just ignore. Later we can uh, do the shaping. Because it's very dangerous to uh, work on the shape which we are not clear about. So okay, from here, so these parts I don't want to work. This one can come inside. Actually, this part can little come slightly slanting. So let me rotate this from the Z slightly like this. See now, remember that we are rotating it, uh, keeping the transform pivot point in the 3D cursor mode. So from here it is rotating. So whenever we don't want, we have to switch off the 3D cursor and back to individual origins. Right. So now we are going to rotate this edge loop and adapt to this shape, slanting shape. So before that, let's rotate these guys also from here, uh, just after the this guy. This guy should be straight only because here the bone is going to come, as I told you. That is here the bone, from here it starts heel bone. This is heel point. From here the bone starts and ends here, and from here the toe bone starts and ends here. Sorry, here it ends. So this bone and this bone. So this maximum let it be straight, and these edge loops can be uh, rotated. Let's go to top view and rotate it slightly from the top. Enough. Press G and then move it like this. This also rotate. Okay, now we have to rotate it in individual origins mode. Let's back to individual origins. Right. This also. So let's take it back slightly and rotate it. Right. So till here we have done it. Let's see this in the side view. So it is looking like this. Maybe we have to adapt this shape also because it was adapted for the diagrams like feet shape. We have to change it a bit. Let's go to vertices and then over the vertices. Do this annotation line. Switch on the proportional editing. Right. So these shapes alone we are going to change it. So for now we try to bring the top profile and side profile also we have done. Then I told you, no, there is cross angles, this side and this side. Those angles and all we have to change the shapes. Right now, let's change the, that is, organize the flow of this mesh. Every time we'll have to do that. We don't have any other go. We have to do this. Um, the work on this maintenance of flow of edge. We have to adjust them, keep it as much as possible straight line. Even if it is going to bend, it has to gradually bend and change its course like that. Right. This bottom one I am trying to make it slightly flat, and the proportional editing is switched on. It's okay. So these things we can select all together and make it flat. Why we have to make this flat, so that when we are working on these shapes, these portions, that is, wait, I will erase the um, annotations. So when we are going to work on these portions, these vertices should not show up here. So this bottom one should become flat. So later if we want to create a curvature, we can do that. For now, make it flat so that we can only work on this portion. This portion, ignoring this one. This one, ignore. So only we can work on this portion. So for that we have to make this guy flat. Right. We made it flat. So later we can make it curvature, whatever shape it needs. Now let's make these guys flow proper. So same way this side also we have to organize it. Let's see if it is possible from this side only. Anyway, that side shape is going to change. Okay, just to deal with the shape now, we have to do this organizing the edge flow. Then we can make some change the shape, and anyway it will become the edge flow will change, but doesn't matter. We have to make it orderly. Right. So from top also we have to make the organizing. So this guy is allowed to have to slightly adjust randomly only. Right. Now you see, we can actually work on it. See, if it is too zigzag, we won't have any clue how to which one to move on. Now you see, it is bit organized, so we'll have some clarity where which vertices to move to change the shape to whatever we want. So now, um, this I told you there is in bit shapes between the axis x to y, x y, like that, between the x and y. you know. So those shapes are all, yeah. So those changes we have to make. So where you must be knowing that this part will be little higher and this part will be lower. So let me draw it and yeah. So let me draw it and show you. So this part will be higher and this part will be little lower. So, so before that, let's see where from this lowering starts. Let me switch off this image so that it's hindering. Right. So which from where this lowering should happen? Where means, let me go to side view. Till here, till this portion, uh, it will be like thick only. There won't be much lowering and all. Only after this one, that is this one, the lowering happens. So if we have selected that particular edge loop, and we can say that from here the lowering starts. Okay. So from here only we have to go. From this edge loop, it is from here only, or what is it? Slightly that gradient we can do, but main work is this lowering work. That is this lowering work. I will start from this line. This right. So let me rub it. Let's just remember this line is where he is going to is on contact with the ground. So that edge loop we are going to start from. Right. So let me erase these things. And also, whenever we want this 3D cursor, we can call it. Now let's take the 3D cursor back to the origin. So press Shift S and then cursor to world origin. Right. So before that, let me save the scene. File, save incremental. Right. So now, how to do this? One side high level and another side low level. That uh, that kind of lowering, how to achieve it. Right. So let's start from here. This side is already bit lowered only. This side even more lower it is looking, which is supposed to be higher. So let me select this set of edges. Uh, Now I'm going to mark that is bring the 3D cursor to this point. So let's call him here. That's all. So from here I'm going to rotate. Rotate it. And if we go to side view, transparency, X-ray view, and then rotate in the x-axis. Okay, we have to switch to 3D cursor in the transform pivot point. Then now rotate in the x-axis like this. Now when we rotate it, it's rotating alone. So let me try switching on the proportion editing also. I'm pressing O in the keyboard and then switching on the proportion editing, and we go to side view, press R and then X like this. Increase the influence area like this. Okay, this much we don't need actually. Okay, this proportion editing is not helpful, so let's switch it off and then do it manually only. These things we can do easily in the sculpt actually, but it's always good to do in the using the vertices and edges, that is components, because the flow what we have done this, you see, we are every time we are organizing the edge flow. We are trying to create as much as possible the equal spaces between the edge loops, like that. So that will get destroyed. That is the reason we are not jumping into sculpt immediately. So after um, changing the shapes using components only, we are going to land on the sculpting model. Right. So now let's rotate it. In the front view only, let's rotate and see it. Like this. Fine. Once again. Now we have rotated it. Let's go to side view and see. This much actually we need not rotate it. Okay, let's rotate it backwards. This much is enough. Now deselect this one and then move it upwards like this. So it should look like this actually. From here, it should not gradually, little sudden rise can happen after this portion. So we can slightly raise this. Yeah, like this. Only here this gradient will apply, not here. Right. Now, if you feel like going to, if you want to break uh, like washroom or something, you can go. You feel uh, okay. Well, okay. Whenever you want, you will ask. Oh, right. Fine. Okay. So this set of edges also I am going to select. Okay. So from here to So this also I feel like rotating, but before that let me just try sliding it. If it really needs, I use the rotation like this. So when we slide it, what is happening is it is sliding and it is making the uh, roundedness when we do the sliding. So actually we should make it little rectangular this area. So I'm going to rotate and then move it also from front view. I will show you that. Now I'm going to rotate it. Press R and then slightly rotate it like this and go to front view and like this I move. Then again I will rotate it from the top like this. Again move it in the x-axis like this. Fine. So now we have got this slanting and then little rectangular shape also we have got. Let's check the size of the leg. Okay, it's slightly bigger. Okay, finally we'll definitely we will make it smaller. For now, we did not disturb the this ratio, though it's bit larger. Feet ratio is bit larger. It's okay. Now let me make it gradient from. So this level we have decided. This is the level. This level is already okay. I feel. So if it needs, we'll do it later. But for now, it's okay. Now these middle portions we can work on. So I'm using the 3D cursor once again and rotating it R, X and then okay, fine. So this much is not needed. Let's take it back. So this one also we are going to do the same thing. In this case, we have to rotate it from the top also like this. It should come like this way also. So let's rotate it in the Z, slightly like this, and this one also. And the 3D cursor and then move it. So, if you see for the little finger, we have this one, this one, this one. See? So, let's see how we are going to connect which one to connect to which what. So, right. So, slightly we have made up this, this slanting, this lowering area we have done. Now create here on this also we should rotate actually. So let's work on that. Yeah. So now we can bring it forward. Right. Now let's switch to face mode and do these work on these areas also. So here you can see the profile here. His fingers, how where from it's going to emerge. Slightly we have got that shape. So this place also we can bring it downwards. Sometimes if you feel like this mirror is disturbing you, you can switch it off here. You can work only on this original. Rotate in the x-axis slightly. Okay. Let's change the 3D cursor's position here. So from here the rotation should happen so that we can make this set of edges uh, slightly straight. Straighten them. Now let's rotate this. Yes. We have to change the, should not forget to change the pivot point to back to original individual origins. Right. These organizing is a bit a time taking process only, but it really helps us to create a nice shape. Right. So here, this side we have to work on and the middle portion, as I told you already. Right. So this If you see this, there is a too much bump here. When I see my own leg, feet, only here you can see that bump, this portion, but after that it is nicely sliding off. So let's make that in this between portion. So for that I'm going to select this one first, and then let's try how it's going to become. Then we have to move these guys also, but this level will remain the same. I feel not much, it won't go much lower, but here it will go lower, this portion from here to here. So first let me bring this guy down, switching on the proportional editing and bring it down, press G and then Z, increase the proportional. Right. So same this guy also, we have to bring him down. Okay. Don't worry about this zigzag shapes, the flow, edge flow. We just now we changed, organized it, but still now again we have to spoil it. For the sake of bringing the right shape only we are doing it. So we will not worry about it. Again, once we attain the shape, we can again reorganize it. Now, reorganize and then right. So here also we should bring it down. Okay. So this portion slightly we can, that this little fingers vertex we can slightly bring it down. Switch off the proportional editing and then bring it down. Now I'm going to switch to face mode and then selecting this guy, this middle, this portion only we are actually working. So this middle guy I am selecting and then bringing this guy down, uh, switching on the proportional editing again, press G and then Z, like this. This guy also. Now let's switch to edge mode and then bring it. So now here we, it is here I told you that it can be a sudden uh, change of shape, it may not be a gradual. So that suddenness we have to increase it. So let me increase it. G and then Z like this. This also plus this edge also like this. Actually adjust these places. You have to, while doing it, you can see your feet and then study and then do it. It will be easy. Now, okay, once you achieve the shape, we can do this organizing of edge flows. So let's organize this. Right. So now, before okay, this place also we have to draw this. Right. Now, beginning, I told you about this portion that is protruding bone from here and then here, like this. So this kind of slanting in this angle, uh, protruding effect of bones on either sides will be there. So that we have to make. Right now, we raise this one. Before that, let's save the file, save incremental, Control Alt S. Now we have to choose which face for this protruding bone. The top one we have to select. Mm, right. So let me switch to uh, this one face and then select this one. But thing is, if I move this like this, here it is uh, the size of the protrusion is too much. So let's add additional edge loops here in this portion. Control R like this. Two are enough. Right. So now let's select the same face and then press C and G and then X and then like this. And in this angle, it is opposite. Here something should come. So let's find that spot. I think it's here. Hmm? Little of this also, but this one is okay. So let's do it here. But before that, just remember this is the face. This also we have to work on. This portion is too wide actually. So let's make it. Let's shrink it. This and then press X and then shrink it. This guy also. And this. So this place actually can go inside. So let's make those dent first, then we can think about protruding. So these spots we can uh, take it inside. So previously this portion was too fat, this portion, so I have made it slightly thin, and before it was fat and now it is just flat. Okay. Now let's select the same face, and so this is the angle. Now let's bring it out, press G and then X, reduce the influence. If you see the size is too much, so let's make it small. Even if we make it small, it's going to be bigger only because there are not much edge loops, sufficient edge loops are not present. So we have to add, but very carefully we should add. Only here we can add. Let's bring this edge little uh, up, uh, upside, so that no, this won't, this protrusion effect won't last till here. It will stop somewhere here only. Yeah. So let's raise this one and make it inside this, so we can see that this finishing of here itself. This one also slightly upwards. So like this, and here also we need to, these kind of adjustments, no, it is compromising with the flow of edge and trying to create attain a shape. Some happens, it happens, so that we have to, some spots we have to squeeze it, some spot we have to uh, select the vertex and then apply bevel for vertices, and then make it more create more vertices and then create a shape out of it. So those things we have to do. We cannot avoid it because not uh, in human body there are small bones and large scale bones also. There are smaller scale bones also there. When there are some in the large scale bone, suddenly a small scale bone will make us uh, a marking shape. It will suddenly show up like a protruder. So for that we need to add only in that spot more edge loops or apply a bevel for vertices and make it. So we cannot avoid it. So, same way here also we are doing it. If I add one more line here, there is edge loop here, it will travel up till the shoulder. So I don't want to do that. So I have to adjust what with the existing uh, edges to create a shape. I'm choosing this edge loop, what you are seeing. I've selected it. Then I'm going to rotate and then resist this this swelling by rotating it and then moving it downwards and select these guys together and then bring it downwards and bring it inside like this. Right. So these places will have to be inside. Switch on the proportion editing and bring it inside. See, before it was how wider, now it has become, I have made it shrink. So this part also we have to shrink it down. This you see, this part. You have to shrink it down. And so these parts also. This from here to here, here to here, all these parts should also be shrink based on this. Not to this extent, but little at least. So I'm pressing S, scaling, and then in x-axis I'm shrinking it. Because before we made this portion flat, now it's time to make it slightly rounder. So for that, we are actually lifting it upwards using the slide. If it needs, we can lift, press G and then Z also. That is, translate or move it upwards also directly without sliding and all. So here I'm using the slide. And this portion also we have to slightly move it upwards using the slide. So now you see, when I use the slide, we can see that roundedness. Before it was like tucked like this, now it is a bit rounded. Right. So let's save this one. Increment and save. Now we are going to create the finger portion. Let's select the frontmost edges and then we do the clip end when typing 1 or 0.9, I think that is the value we put. So now I can see only the legs. Now I'll rotate in the top a bit more, slightly like this. Right. So from the top, I want to make it slightly this, bring this curvature here. So for that I'm manually going to deal with that, bring that. So I'll make it transparent and then switch to vertices like this and do. And also I should see all these are parallels because we organized it. See, the bottom and top vertices are in the same line from the top view. So this is an advantage of making it organized. So only this part we have to align it. The parts are aligned, top and bottom are aligned. vertex here it is. Right. So now right. Now we can see the top edges and down edges are in alignment. It is this one and this one, this one and this one, this one and this one, this, finally this one. Okay. So let's keep it like this one is this thumb finger, and next one is this one, 2, 3, 4 extra is there. So we can actually like, okay, let's see. I'm overrating the save. Control S. Right. Now fill the face here. Press F, fill the face. Now let's using the knife tool. Now let's draw the lines. Let's connect the top and bottom vertices. Right. You see this one, I'm going to move it. Okay, these both the things I'm going to move it so that slightly, not much, so that we can use these faces as the origin for the rest of the fingers, apart from the thumb finger. So let me move these two guys leftwards, press GG and then slide it slightly like this. This one even more. Because you have moved this one like this, you have to do this continuity, bring this continuity here also. So let me move it like this. This one, this one. Right. So now you see the size of the thumb finger. This is going to be the size. If you feel too much, you can reduce it. Let me reduce it slightly a bit. Okay. Anyway, we need not reduce this origin space to too less, because Anyway, we are going to add extra edges, uh, that is for gaps between the fingers, for how we created for the uh, hand fingers. Same way here also, one extra edge, set of edges will be creating. So we need, and due to that, the size of the thumb origin, size of this space will become anyway less. So don't make it too less. Right. So with this I'm moving it here. This for this finger. Like this. Let's now organize these spots. Right. So let's save it again. Control Alt. Right. Now I am using the knife to create the gaps between the fingers, like this. Now you see the size of the finger only this area. Okay, so it's less one. Overall, if you see for the body and the legs fingers ratio, it will be almost suitable. Okay? So here we have to again create the same set of edges to create the gap between the fingers. Like this, from here to here, here to here, and here to here. Right. So now we have got uh, the spaces ready. Not yet fully ready. We have to add subdivisions and all, but somewhat it is ready for the fingers to get extruded from. Now let's just select and see. Just check how the sizes look. You can see that. Feel okay. Maybe these areas we have to again work on, I think. Okay. Let's work. Let's make it inside. these kind of small tweakings we are doing. Right. So like this, no, we have to keep on tweaking the back portion and front portion, all that, because sometimes we may not be able to see many things. So level after level, we are doing the fine tuning for the same shape. So in the first level, we are seeing some areas, and then we are trying to bring the shape, and we feel okay. Then second level, when we again see the same spots, we feel okay, even more we can improve it, like that we feel. So that kind of improvisation will keep happening. But only if it is really needed, we should add extra edge loops, vertically or horizontally, uh, like that. We should restrict from adding more. Right. Now, I think this upper guy can become slightly this lower. I'll show you that. See, this guy can become slightly lower from here. Little lower it can come. So I'm pressing G and then Z, and then like this I'm bringing it down. Right. Otherwise the fingers will look very fat. So for that we are doing it. Here also we can do it. Yeah. And now we have to do the subdivision. For that, here subdivisions are very easy. Right click, select, right click, and then subdivision. Same way here also, but in these places we have to create by ourselves. Even if I do it, it won't happen. So we have to create it. So in this case, here we already have one vertical line. So we just have to do this horizontal line. So first let me finish that. Press K, and then from here to here like this. Enter. From here to here. Enter. Here to here. Enter. Here to here. So here also 1, 2, and then 3. In the bottom same. We have to draw edges using the knife tool. Press K and then draw it. The bottom also. So after this, we'll have to uh, many things are there. We have to um, make these guys rounded, and then like in betweens we have to there is only those finger portions we have to select and then extrude it, then add in betweens. There is wherever there are going to be articulation points for the finger bones there, and all we have to add uh, edge rings on that, then nails on that we are going to do. So we'll do those things in the next session, that is tomorrow. Uh, so now I will show, now I will show you the finger part, that small portion what we missed. So let me save this file. Control Alt is save incremental. Right. So I think this is the portion for the hand. Uh, I actually paused in the OBS recording. So from here I will show you till that is where it was missing. So let me select only those faces. One second. Okay. I have to change it to next screen. Okay. Right. Now you should be able to see it. Yeah. Right. So now this is this is the level we just we were missing. I'm recording it actually. So do you want it to be separate recording or what? Okay. Okay. So is it okay if I'm recording? I'm just continuing the recording. Okay. Yeah. Right. So what we are, as we were doing for the like same thing. We created the subdivision after making this. Generally, if you see from the top view, this palm looks like almost like a square. So, but on the front side, it will be a bit slanting, tapering towards the wrist portion. So that kind of this portion I'm talking about. So otherwise, apart from that, it is just a square, right? So when we look at its front view, it will be looking like an oval shape. So after making this oval shape in the front view and in the top view almost like a square, then we can and organize the lines. This is very important. That is the only thing which takes time. This organizing the edge flows after making some shape, again doing the same thing. Those things will take time. So once we do that, we can fill the shapes like we get on these. That is before this. How it looks. So that shape we have to fill. Then we have to create the subdivision like this, creating the in-between, leaving the space in between for the fingers. Now let's go to top view. From the top view only we have to extrude the fingers. Before that we should make sure that it is slanting. Otherwise later it will be a bit difficult after extruding the fingers now, the making it slanting is a bit difficult. So while it is before adding the subdivisions itself, we have to, that is this subdivisions, before adding these subdivisions we have to, in the top view, make it slanting like this. If you see your fingers, keep your palm on the table and see, just observe the slanting, how much degrees it is turning lower, that is towards the lowering towards the little finger. That you just observe and then try to bring it here. So after doing that, you can do the subdivision, leaving the in between spaces between the fingers. Right. Now let's go for creating the fingers. Extrude it. Okay, fine. Anyway, these guys are not going to be on the same level. Okay, but still here we are just doing it. Later we'll have to bring that order, like how our fingers are little high and low. One finger, there is highest is the middle finger, and the lowest is the little fingers, little finger. Right. So we have extruded it. Again, extrude it like this. Again, extrude it like this. Now, let's see if the transform pivot point is in the individual origin. It's not there, so make it individual origins. Now, scale it down like this. Right. After that, we have to scale these guys bigger slightly. Yeah. So these tips of the fingers sizes will differ with each other. For little finger this is okay, but this one we have to make it bigger slightly. This one also. This one also. So everything you must be noticing. Whatever we are doing, we are trying to first top view, front view, side view, or top view, any two views at least, two viewports. We are trying to set the shape. Then we are going for the details. So same way here also. So we have done with the top view. Let's these things also we have to align. That is size of the finger. So let's change the size of the finger. So this is the maximum height. Okay. So based on that middle finger's height, we are changing the size of the small finger and other fingers. We are going to make it thin also. Right. Then comes this finger slightly down. This way also. I think this pointing finger is okay. Little maybe we can make it small. So like this. Now we have to add the in betweens. Before that we just have to, oh, here we have to adjust it. So once we get the fingers look, no, the overall shape of the thing, we can, other things will come to mind easily. That is, by doing these things, no, what I am doing now, we will, we are helping our own mind to uh, to catch the uh, even more proper image of the hand, fingers, palm, and all. So that is, it is like remembering, trying to remember properly. When someone is giving some hint, you can remember better, easily, fastly. So like that, we are trying to help our own mind by bringing the overall shape. Whichever spots we know for sure, those places you do, other things your mind will help you to remember. So work with what you already know. Then other things in your mind itself will help you. So same way here also I'm trying to, yeah. So same way here also we are trying to bring that. So in the top you will see that little, that raise will be there slightly. So that we are trying to bring. Right. So after doing this shape, we can go for other things like, so this guy also should be little upwards. These kind of uh, small turnings, no, for the fingers what we are making will help us to put the bones easily. For that one we are making these turnings. Okay. Okay. Only that portion is missing, no? Okay. Okay. So after this we are going to little adjust here. That is, in betweens we'll be adding. No? From here we'll be adding. Yeah. So we'll be adding here, and then here, and then here. So once we add that, we have to. It is we have to taper from the switch off the proportional and taper from the slightly like this, and then um, this place we have to put it downwards. So same way for others also. This guys we will from the that is for this we have to scale it in the top view. I'm a bit exaggerating, won't be so in a shrinked condition, but still just to tell you clearly I'm just using this technique. So here it will be little bumpy. Yes. So basically this portion uh, will be because of presence of bones joint will be bulgy, and this portion will be lenient and it will be bit shrinked. So here also same thing. Then we have to, yes, we have to make it roundish like this. We have to all that we have to do from here to here also. We have to select and then make it roundish. From here to here. This. Then if you don't want this much, this oval shape, you want it to be a bit roundish, then that is circular, then you can select only those that particular finger, and then scale it down like this. But this should be done in the last only. It is not before making the nails and the tip, where before working on the tips, you have to make it. So these here doubles also we have to add. Here should be doubles. The same way. So what we did for this finger, same thing we have to do for the other fingers also. Only in this part it will be little bit oval. This part no, this origin point bit oval. Okay, um, Shashi. So the rest of the things I think you can see from that video only. Okay, okay. So I will upload this video also, and tomorrow let me send you the bill. Give me some time. Tomorrow morning or something, I'll send you the bill as well as this YouTube video. So tomorrow session will have the same time, no? 8 o'clock, night 8 o'clock. No, no, I'm asking you because Monday is office, no? Should you same time? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you, Shashi. Fine. We'll meet tomorrow. Good night, Shashi. Yeah, bye.